I mean, it's whatever you want, you get. Hey Beautybyaj, welcome back on the video. In today's video, I'm sure you guys can tell by the title, we are doing a long overdue 1 month update. Long overdue because it took long for me to get it done, because y'all know if I'm doing an update, I'm really wearing the wig. It feels so weird to be back in front of the camera. Obviously I've been on hiatus. I'm gonna update y'all on the vlog because that's not what this video is about. We are here to talk about this wig that AJ custom made for me. Feels like 2 months now. I ended up cutting it, not because it needed it. But I'm gonna say like backtrack. This wig has been amazing. I did end up putting clips in the wig, and I am gonna put an elastic band, but not like my standard elastic band. I want to put like 2 very short elastic bands here, just so that it can be, I want to say like more glueless, but it's not the right size. No one's fault but my own. I think my head is 2 different sizes. It's small in some places, big in other places, and as a result, like a standard medium won't fit, but a standard small won't fit either. So I think I just need to adjust it. But I did just curl the wig. I was on Instagram Live and TikTok Live. I did the best I could with the install. I'm not a pro, so if it's looking crazy, that's the reason why. But this is the lightest, most comfortable wig that I've ever like worn. And the reason I cut it, let me backtrack, I feel like I'm all over the place, but the reason that I cut it is because y'all know that I really wanted like a long bob, and it felt really nice. Typically with raw Indian hair, you have to cut it in order for it to like, you know, like you'll have like some shorter strands, some longer strands, you have to cut it for it to meet, maybe sometimes split ends. That wasn't the case. This hair is actually really, really beautiful. It wasn't necessary for me to cut it, but it just wasn't the look that I was going for. So it kind of had more of like a tapered, is that the right word? I could be wrong, but it was just like the cut was coming like this, and then towards the end I really was going for something a little bit more blunt. Also, I'm in between if I'm gonna add more hair, because y'all know I really like a nice light density. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna add more hair, because like, I don't know, I'll be in between like, oh, do I add more, do I not add more? But it's like the perfect density of my natural hair, if that makes any sense. I just think I want it a little bit fuller. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty about what I like about this wig. The lace is immaculate, and I've had HD lace before. No shade to anybody else. This is like, and AJ has told me this before, this is real HD lace. What do I mean by real HD lace? So this is lace coming from Switzerland, not like lace coming from China that, like, for lack of a better example, so like regular HD lace that's like mass produced from a factory looks like this, and there's nothing wrong with it, because when you glue your wigs down, no problem. But for me, like those little frays, like, it makes it hard for me to wear my wigs glueless. I don't have that issue with this. The lace is very durable. So typically regular HD lace, it'll fray, it'll fall apart, you have to cut it. I don't have that issue with this lace. So not only does it blend really well, but it's also really durable. Mine, not counting my install, because I'm not the best. I just like slap this on real quick. The hair is not an issue, the lace is not an issue. It's the lightest wig. Like when I say lightest, like it feels like I have nothing on my head. Now I did, like I mentioned before, add combs to the wig, because like I have no elastic band, no nothing, but when I itched, it would like shift, and I'm like, it's not gonna fall off, but I don't want the wig to be shifting all over the place. So that's why I added some combs. I have 2 combs here. I can't remember if I put one in the middle, I might have, but it's just really for the whole shifting aspect. But the wig definitely did not need it. It could 100% be worn glueless. Outside of that, like I said, the wig's a little bit too big for my head. So just like everything else, over time you'll have, I won't say like a little bit of stretch, but you know, a little bit more give as you break it in. And as a result, like I felt as though like I was seeing more of that, like I don't know how to describe it, like it wasn't laying the way it should be laying, because it's too big for my head. Like it's I told him the wrong size, so that's on me, not on him. The only real other issue that I have with the wig, and it's not really like an issue because you can't even see it when it's parted like this. You mainly see it when it's in the center part. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up here. And he was like, oh, you can just cut it, you know, it's not a big deal. But like the beards, you call it beards on weft, so that's what I am using that terminology for. But so like you see like the little hairs like sticking up, and for nothing, I couldn't get it to lay down. He did tell me to cut it, but I'm afraid like I might mess something up. And like I've decided that I'm probably just gonna wear this wig and a side part. I don't know if you guys have wigs like that you will only wear in a certain way, but like I've decided I'm probably only gonna wear this wig in a side part. Now you guys have always heard me say, like, when it comes to hair and hair companies, wig makers, I'm gonna recommend smaller hair companies, and I'll tell you reasons why. So we've seen hair companies, we're gonna leave them nameless because it's not their video, where they're like, oh well, it's completely customizable, but you only get a cookie cutter, like small, medium, large. You're not carving out my, like, this is my actual hairline. Mind you, it's not glued down here. Like I said, I just slapped this on my head, but this is my hairline. Typically when you do custom wig, like I've reached out to a company before, very well known. If you guys have been on my channel, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Their hair is good, but the customization is not the same. Like, it's still cookie cutter. Like, you're not getting exactly what you want. You're picking from styles they already have, and it's only small, medium, and large. When you go with a small wig company that's dedicated to giving you what you're paying for, you're getting what you want. And that's one thing that I really like about AJ. Like, he wanted to make sure everything was right. We went back and forth twice, mailed it to him, mailed it to me, and then again, because he was like, yo, you know, this doesn't look like it's gonna come out right, and I want it to be perfect because it's a custom order. I can really appreciate that. And also, just to like speak to AJ's character, just to segue, you guys know he repaired a wig for me, and on that repair, like, he's like, oh, you know, you gotta wash it on the inside from the out. And I'm like, I'm never gonna remember to do that because I don't do that with any of my other wigs, because he wanted to make sure the knots were really small and not noticeable. And as a result of that, the hairs came through on the other end. If you guys have been on my channel, then you would remember that interaction. And I ended up cutting them, losing some of the hairs, and I told him about my feedback. Hey, you know, I get the reason why you do it the way you do it. Single knots, you know, make the knots invisible, but as a person who wears a wig and has many wigs, I'm never gonna remember to wash my wigs from the inside out, because it's not on the forefront of my brain. Sometimes I wash wigs in bulk, like 3 or 4 of them at a time, so to remember for 1 or 2 to do that is not really, like, again, on the forefront of my brain. So he took that feedback and started to double knot. The knots are still pretty good. I bleached it, but I think like my bleach or my developer might have been expired, like, and it still looks really good, like unbleached. But the point I'm trying to make is that he took that feedback and, you know, gave it some thought and changed the way he does things just to make it easier for you. So with this wig, I washed it normal. I'm gonna put a picture up here showing you guys the inside of the wig. There is 0 hairs on the inside. In addition to that, I had very minimal shedding. So this is like so right here is where you have the end of the lace in the front, and it's like a closure. So it's a frontal wig, but it's a different type of frontal. So you have a little bit of parting space here and a lot of parting space in the middle, which I do like, because I feel as though that made the wig itself sit on my head a whole lot better than like a regular frontal or a regular closure wig, with giving me more versatility, if that makes any sense. So it's like a closure, a frontal and a closure. That's what it is. So I like the option for that. I like that he offers completely customizable services, whatever you want. Like, let's say if you want to do a closure wig, he has a closure wig that he wears where it's like 2x6 and you can't even tell it's 2x6. I mean, it's whatever you want, you get. So one thing that I value about AJ is very much like myself. When you're putting your name, your brand, your reputation on things, you want to make sure that you're putting out your very best. And he takes pride in, you know, how he handles his business, how he treats his wigs, his clients. Like, for many of years, you guys know that hair companies will always belittle what I have to say in terms of feedback, as though this is not that, that's not that, and try to put it on me and not take any accountability. And he is so accountable and so deserving of this review and of me sending you guys to him, versus some of the other more popular hair companies that make custom wigs. So I would definitely say check him out. I haven't had any issues, maybe 10 hairs shedding, and I wasn't really the most gentlest, so the 10 hairs were really because of me. The hair is great. Like, I just curl this on high heat. Like you smell it, because you know what it smells like with hair. Look at my curl line. I don't even know if you guys can see it. There's no hair on here because we've been through melting hair before, and the hair is held up. Like, I absolutely love it. Like, this is easily gonna be one of my most favorite wigs. I'm gonna wear it exactly in this style. Like, I get a lot of compliments, you know. But yeah, this is the wig, this is the hair. Absolutely love it. If you guys, like I said, are looking for a custom wig, then I would definitely recommend that you check out AJ. So humble, so easy to work with, easy to give feedback to, not just as like a friend, but as like a person in business. Even before me doing any of my reviews, he just was like, I want you to be honest with me. I want you to be upfront. I don't want you to tell me, you know, that just the good stuff just because, you know, we're friends. And I could really appreciate that, because as a person in business, especially in small business, competing with some of these other hair companies who, for lack of a better word, and I have to put myself in that category, they just brush us under the rug. They don't care about our opinion. They don't care about our feedback. Like, it was a very different experience to get that from someone who's working for themselves. Like, you know, they don't want to step on the backs of others to grow. They want to genuinely grow and improve, and I could really appreciate that. So again, if you guys haven't checked him out, please go ahead and do so. I'll put his socials up here. Links are going to be in the description. But that wraps up this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.